Hey, it's Jordan. I wanted to do part 2 of why I need to detox. And the reason I feel like it's so important is last video I was sharing with you all of the signs and symptoms, the signals that my body was giving that told me that I need to go through a detox. These signs were telling me that there's something going on in my system. There's more junk than there is good. There's some buildup happening, and I just need to get through that and process through that. So I wanted to do this video to explain to you how I go through a detox. Now, a detox is different than a cleanse. It's not something that you're going to be drinking lemon water and going through a liver cleanse or coffee enemas, where you need to spend the whole weekend at home because things are just going to be flushing out of your system. That is a cleanse. We're talking about a detox. And one of the biggest differences is that this detox is going to take a while, but that's okay. I desperately want to get to deep healing, but I know that if I allow my body to process this through a period of time, that I'm not going to have to deal with those unpleasant detox symptoms or the cleanse symptoms that some people that have them hanging out in the bathroom for 3 days. That is not going to happen for me. Normally I love probiotics and they work well for me, but at this point, knowing that I need to detox, I need to increase my probiotics so that I'm breaking down more than what I'm consuming. Now, it's also helpful to know that the probiotics break down anything that turns into sugar. They're like your little scavengers, and they're going to break down anything that's processed, anything that turns into sugar. But think about this. If I consume a lot of those items in my day, the probiotics are working on today's junk and they're not working on yesterday's junk. They're never getting a chance to break through today's layer. So the first thing that I would love to share is that it's important to talk to your doctor before you start any kind of detox or cleanse regimen, any kind of new health products. You should talk to your doctor. I have, and I'm super excited that my doctor loves the products that I'm using. So let me just share again. I normally take probiotics, which are fantastic, but I am going to increase my probiotics to break down into yesterday's junk and try to get my system back to healthy. I know that I don't have to do anything super intense because I'm not far from health, but I do need to get my body back in balance. So normally I take 2 probiotics in the evening, and then I also take a morning probiotic that is focused on mood, balance, emotion, and stress. So over the course of a day, I take 3 probiotics, 1 in the morning, and then these gut-enhancing, really awesome, powerful probiotics in the evening. This next week, I am going to start by taking 3 of these awesome gut working probiotics in the evening when I go to bed, and again in the morning I'll just still continue with my 1 morning probiotic. As I go through this next week number 2, I am going to start taking 3 probiotics in the evening, my gut awesome power builder probiotics, and then I'm also going to add 1 of those probiotics in the morning, so it'll be 3 in the evening and 2 in the morning. I'm going to do that for another 2 weeks. Again, the reason I'm doing it slowly is, yes, I want to get to deep healing, but I also don't want to deal with some heavy detox symptoms. So I am going to do that for another 2 weeks. By now we're looking at week 4.5, and at that point I am going to go to 3 probiotics in the evening, and then 2 gut awesome probiotics in the morning, and as well as my normal mood enhancing probiotic. So at that point I'll be doing 6 probiotics in the course of a day. As you think about probiotics getting down, scavenging, breaking through all of yesterday's junk, all of last year's junk, some people with high school junk in their gut, the thing that we have to remember is that probiotics break things down, and they do not necessarily pass things or push things through our system. We're talking about liver, kidneys, your gallbladder. So how can we help our body to get what's broken down out? And that's magnesium. Normally I take 4 magnesium a day, and as I'm going through a detox, I need to continue to up my magnesium. Now, a general rule in knowing how much is too much magnesium: if things are falling out of you, you have too much magnesium. So as I'm going through and increasing my probiotics, I'll also be increasing my magnesium. But if I get to a point where things are just kind of falling out, then I know that that's a good place to back off of a magnesium. I usually like to give myself 3 to 4 days before I change something. So for example, probiotics are breaking down lots of junk. When that junk comes out, it's not pretty. It's different from a cleanse. Remember, we're not just going to be in the bathroom all day, every day for 3 to 4 days. But sometimes we might have some explosive bathroom situations. That is normal when you're going through a detox. But what's going to help that is the magnesium. So what I'm going to do is continue to increase my probiotics through the course of the next month and a half, about 8 weeks here. As I'm doing that, I'm going to add more magnesium into my system. I'm going to try to eliminate things that the probiotics like, such as high carb vegetables, breads and grains that break down into sugars, and sugar in general. And at the same time, I'm going to try to help my body pass this through. I love drinking water, and it is important when you're just living normally to drink half of your body weight in water, but during a detox, I want to try to consume even more. Now, as my body is going through a detox, if there's any inflammation happening, I need to make sure that I'm bringing down the inflammation, and one way of doing that is an ingredient called aloe. Aloe is fabulous at soothing our gut. And so as I go through this process, I normally take 2 wonderful multivitamins that have aloe in them, and I'm probably going to be taking 3 multivitamins that have aloe in them, just to make sure that I'm completely soothing my gut, that I'm absorbing the nutrients that I'm intaking, and I should be healthy and good to go within the next 6 to 8 weeks. Again, I have been healthy before. We just had a time period where I probably did not eat very well this summer. We did a lot of house painting, so I was inhaling all of those toxic fumes. So I haven't been unhealthy for very long. A general rule that my doctor has suggested is that for every year that you were unhealthy, expect 1 month of detox. So if this is the first time that you've ever gone through a detox, you can't expect an 8-week turnaround. You probably won't be able to increase your probiotics so quickly. You may be on 2 probiotics for 1 whole month. And then you may go to 3 probiotics for 1 whole month. Then you may go to 4 probiotics for 1 whole month. Usually she recommends that we go up to about 6 probiotics. It's a good place to get deep healing, but we need to do it slowly so that we don't overwhelm our body. Now, during this time, I will admit to you that exercise is fantastic, but I notice I'm a little more tired when I'm going through a detox. Don't think that that's a bad thing. Think about all of the work that your body is doing in your gut and in your system, and that can be exhausting. So I am going to commit to doing my yoga every day for a couple reasons. It's a little smoother, I guess I should say, compared to the dumbbells and the HIIT training and the boot camp classes that I do at the gym on a normal basis. I need to allow my body some extra rest. But at the same time, I love yoga because of all the inversions. So we really need to get our stomach acids and everything going on in our stomach to really start to move. So make sure that you continue to exercise in some capacity, but don't be surprised if your exercise regimen might be back a little bit more, held back a little bit compared to your normal intensive exercise. So just a few tips for along the way. If you have questions about detoxing or you'd like to have some help or someone to support you, I would love to come alongside you, support you along the way, and get you to healthy. Because I realized when I first started my first detox ever, I didn't know how sick I was until I wasn't sick anymore. And now that I've been there, now that I know what healthy feels like, I know that right now these couple symptoms, these body signals that my body is sending are telling me that I'm not healthy, and I'm so close to getting back to healthy again that I want to share with you that you can do it. I'd love to be here to help you along the way. Just ask.